People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoe Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Bouse Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center, Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good afternoon and welcome to Belmont High School Six Rivers West girls basketball on this Saturday afternoon on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as the Belmont Braves host the Shullsburg Miners. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Both Shullsburg and Belmont are tied at the top of the Six Rivers West coming into today's matchup. They are tied with Highland as there's a three-way tie at the top as all three of those teams have 2 losses in conference play. Highland sitting at 7-2, Belmont at 6-2, and Shullsburg 5-2. And Belmont comes into today's game coming off a loss to Highland on Tuesday night, 43-39. In that game, Zoe Wadig, the freshman, had 13 points for the Belmont Braves. And that loss to Highland snapped a 3-game winning streak when the Braves had beaten Benton, River Ridge, and Blackhawk in the previous 3 games heading into today's matchup. And for the Shullsburg Miners, they have a 5-2 conference record. They're 6-7 overall. They're coming off a win against Barneveld, 52-48 last Friday night. So 8 days ago, the last time Shullsburg played a game. In that matchup, Haley Alt scored 17 points for the Lady Miners, and Isabel Weigel scored 14 points, and Shullsburg has won 3 of their last 4 with wins against Potosi, Cassville, and Highland, and a loss to Pacelli Catholic. And again, this game factors into how the Six Rivers West will be won this season, as one of the conference losses for Shullsburg came to Belmont in the early part of the season, back on December 2nd when Belmont won in Shullsburg 50-45. In that game, Belmont's Lexi Rickers had 13 points, Zoe Wadig had 10, and Addie Woodworth had 13 points for Shullsburg, and Alexis Alt had 10 points for the Lady Miners as the JV game is wrapping up here at Belmont High School, a shorter, condensed JV game so that we can get the varsity action going right away at 1 o'clock, as it is the Hall of Fame ceremony here today, as Belmont will be recognizing the 1978 to 1980 football teams, as well as previous coach Scott Tolzman, athlete Kristen Von Glon Raymaker, and community supporter and athlete Jerry Rad Amenda. Should be a fun day of girls basketball here from Belmont High School. Coming up on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Kayleen McGettigan of Belmont and Nathan Russell of Shullsburg. I asked about the players on their Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Also get you the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, and the opening tip between Shullsburg and Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball. The Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
Shop Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena Square off Highway 20. Find all your grocery, deli, and bakery needs, plus specialty cakes and weekly sales. Get cuts to order from the meat department, including fresh-cut Angus beef. Tammy's Piggly Wiggly also has you covered with party trays. And check out the best selection of local wines and craft beers around. Look for the weekly flyer online at shopthepig.com. Then head to Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
At Crescent Community Health Center, your health is their mission, and now that includes your skin. They're excited to welcome dermatologist Dr. Emily Weig, now seeing patients at Crescent. Dr. Weig provides expert care for rashes, acne, skin checks, and more. Close to home and easy to access. Appointments are available the third Wednesday of each month, and the best part, they accept Medicaid for these services. Call 563-690-2850 today to learn more or schedule an appointment. Crescent Community Health Center, your health is their mission. Pre-game one.
Pregame show continues on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Six Rivers West girls basketball tonight, a big matchup with Shullsburg taking on Belmont. We're joined by Shullsburg head coach Nathan Russell. Coach, thanks for joining us. And coming off a big win against Barneveld last Friday, 52-48, but a bit of a layoff since then. Team seems to be trending in the right direction, having won 3 of the last 4 games. And sounds like your team is getting healthier as the season goes along, which is a very positive thing to have. Talk about the team's play as of late and the things that have been going right for Shullsburg.
Yeah, other than one game after since the first year when we played Lancaster, we've actually been trending in the right direction here in 2026. You know, part of that is getting out of the non-conference schedule, because our non-conference schedule is probably the most difficult in Division 5, and that was my fault. But also then, you know, we've gotten healthier, but we've also gotten more focused on the things that we can control defensively. Being able to finish possessions, getting a slightly better at value in the basketball, although we still turn the ball over too much. But we're trending in the direction that we want to.
I was going to say, looking at the record, you know, you see a 6-7 record, maybe not all that impressive on paper, but when you're playing up, you know, 1 or 2 weight classes, so to speak, you know, getting, you know, that experience is, you know, very, very critical. What are the things that you've taken away from your team's performance in those games against maybe some tougher competition, and how does that translate to how Shullsburg has played in conference play?
Yeah, we wanted to have a tough schedule. We thought that we had a chance to be okay this year, at least in the conference standings, and so we wanted to make sure that we were really pushing ourselves in a non-conference schedule. And, you know, we played some very good teams, very ranked teams, and all across the state. And, you know, I think what we have found is that when we play at our best, we can compete with most of those teams, or actually all those teams that we've played if we play at our best. The biggest problem that we've had is we haven't played at our best other than snippets. Like when we played up at Pacelli, we started off the game poorly. I think we were down 9-0, and then we outscored them by 11 in the rest of the first half. And so, and then we come out in the second half, and it's back and forth, and then we just kind of fold late. And so from our standpoint, we just need to learn how to put a full game together. And that's really what we're trying to do here as we get into the heart of the conference season.
All right, Nathan Russell with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. The Shullsburg head coach getting ready for the matchup against Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball today. The Russell office's injury report, team health, as we mentioned, team seems to be getting healthier as the season goes along. Talk about the team's health status and any players that'll be out for today's game.
Yeah, we are full strength, and so we've been pretty much full strength since the beginning of the 2026. We kind of just want to flush December away, and actually a little bit of November, because we were not full health at any point during those stretches. And so the new year has been good to us from a health standpoint, so we're ready to rock and roll.
All right, excellent. And then the matchup against Belmont. Mentioned this to Kayleen in our interview with her about how teams in early December look significantly different than ones in late January. So, you know, the first matchup between these two, they got the win on your home floor, 50-45. Are there things that you can take away from that first matchup in preparation for this game? And, you know, seeing how Belmont has played as of late, what threats do they pose and what does Shullsburg have to do?
Yeah, I think I put the tape on Tuesday to start looking at that last game, and I didn't recognize the team that played from our standpoint or played in the white in that game. And so that's a good thing, is that I think we're making strides. But the other thing, because our game got canceled on Monday, I came and got to watch in person the Highland Belmont game, and I think Belmont's made really good strides this year. I mean, they have grown. They're very young, no seniors on the team. They've gotten some really good contributions across the board. I'm really impressed with the Wadick girl, who is a freshman, who I think was very timid the first time we played them and looked very, very confident. At Highland, I think that they have some go-to players in Rickers and Raymaker, and so it's a really nice team. They may not be as deep as Coach wants them to be, but it's significantly a better team than when we played in December. So we're going to have our work cut out for us today.
It's going to be a heck of a game. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck today.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Yep, absolutely. That's Nathan Russell, head coach of the Shullsburg Miners. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Minner Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Reimagine your bathroom with up to 40% off select faucets during our Bath Savings event. Need it today? Order by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Same-day delivery on eligible in-stock items. Subject to availability. Fees vary. Visit Lowes.com/same-day delivery for full terms.
Escape the winter chill at Mount View RV's Cabin Fever Weekend, Friday, January 30th through Sunday, February 1st. See their impressive selection of new 26 and 25 models inside their spacious showroom and enjoy early bird specials with up to 20% off most in-stock parts and accessories. Mount View RV has the top brands of new and used travel trailers and fifth wheels at the biggest RV event of the season, January 30th through February 1st only at Mount View RV. Family owned since 1998, exit 26 off Highway 151, Belmont.
Pregame 2.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Big Six Rivers West girls basketball today with Shullsburg taking on Belmont. We're joined by Belmont Braves head coach Kaylee McGettigan. Coach, thanks for joining us. Coming off a loss on Tuesday night against Highland, 43-39, that snapped a 3-game winning streak. And looking at the conference standings coming into today, Highland, Belmont, and Shullsburg all with 2 losses at the top of the conference. So this matchup against Shullsburg obviously going to play a factor into how the conference title is won. But before we talk about Shullsburg, talk about the team's play as of late. Obviously, you had the 3-game winning streak, but a tough loss against a very good Highland team. Even though the win against Highland may not have been what you wanted, how's the team play as of late?
You know, I've told my group this, and I've told anybody that will listen, that this may be my most improved team from the start of the season to this point of the season that I've ever coached in my years here. We weren't picked to finish anywhere kind of towards the top. You know, we lost quite a bit. We have no seniors. We're very young. Wasn't quite sure who that 5th person would be in that first rotation. Zoe Wedig has done an amazing job stepping up to take that. And my younger kids have done a really nice job being that 6, 7, 8 off the bench. So I'm really pleased with the progress they've been making. This group works as hard as any group I've ever coached. And it really has kind of become like a staple of Belmont basketball that, you know, we're going to give everything we got and from buzzer to buzzer. So I'm really pleased with where we're at. You know, it was a tough loss against Highland. I probably thought about that half the day of every day since. So, you know, we've worked on some stuff. This last week was a tricky week of practice or not practice, sending our JV to play Barneveld, you know, battling the flu just like anybody else, off and on. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough battle, but every Six Rivers game is.
Yeah, that's certainly the case. And as you mentioned, this team is one of the most improved teams that you've been able to coach. What's been the strengths of this team, especially as of late, and what are the things that you're continuing to work on with the second half of conference season opening today?
Our defensive intensity has been fantastic. We've played a couple different defenses, and each time I feel like we get better and we get a little bit more confident in that. I think we're also doing a better job of taking care of the ball against pressure. Or the first half of this year, we just turned it over way too many times. And there are times where we're still turning over too much. We're making really young kid mistakes. But I think our effort and our boxing out and just the little things have really improved. So our execution still needs to get better. We want to be playing our best basketball in February, and I think that we're not really even close to where we could be. So it's exciting, but, it's a lot. We have to do a lot here. So we'll see. As long as we can stay mentally with it and stay on task and take our hits and then take the wins and kind of, back and forth, I think this team could be a really tough out in the tournament. So it's exciting.
All right, Kaylee McGettigan with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. The Belmont head coach getting ready for the matchup against Shullsburg in Six Rivers West girls basketball today. Russell Office's injury report, you kind of alluded to it. If it's not injuries, there's different illnesses this time of the year. How has Belmont fared on both of those fronts, and will there be any injuries or illness impacting today's game?
I can't tell you the last time that we've had a full varsity roster at practice, whether it's sitting out because of a bad ankle sprain or a kid's at home with influenza. So realistically, it's probably been since before Christmas, since we've had every varsity kid out of practice. But from what I hear, I think a lot of teams are battling with that. So Lexi Rickers, she's almost to 100% coming off a really bad ankle sprain. She's been playing through it. And then, a couple kids are just recovering from the flu. So we'll see what we can do and, put our best effort out there and, we'll compete.
All right, awesome. And then looking at the opponent today, Shullsburg, not only is it a big Six Rivers West conference battle today, it's the Hall of Fame day for the Belmont Braves and a lot of cool recognition and stuff that goes along with that. But a rematch against Shullsburg where you were able to beat them on their home floor 50-45 way back in early December. But as we all know, teams in early December are significantly different than teams in late January. So what have you seen as of late from the Shullsburg team? And is there anything you can take away from that first matchup to prepare for today's game?
This is the healthiest Shullsburg's been. When we played them, McKinley was out. We had gotten a good lead, kind of blew it away at the end. But they're playing confident basketball right now. They have some good offensive pieces that can score and hurt you in many different ways. So we really have to know our assignments and be willing to kind of put in some uncomfortable spots. They're a lot longer than we are. And, I haven't said that in a long time with Belmont, but we just aren't as long or as big as we have been in the past. So we have to do some things that kind of cause a little bit of chaos. They can hurt you in many different ways. So, it's just one of those things. I think that we're playing better basketball. They're playing better basketball. It's a big day for us. And it's a really big moment for my young kids. And I was talking to my assistant coach, my husband, about it. And he said, well, 3 of them won a state championship last year in softball. So they've been in bigger moments, which, so if those 3 can really kind of calm us down and settle us a little bit, it's just going to be different for my young kids. They haven't played in front of a crowd like this before. And they haven't played for a game that matters as far as like staying at the top of a conference title. So, we'll see how we handle it.
All right, should be a great matchup. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck today.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
That's Kaylee McGettigan, head coach of the Belmont Braves. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
Pregame 3.
Wrapping up the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show on X1071, getting ready for Shullsburg and Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball on this Saturday afternoon. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and Ayers Furniture. Our Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups and Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game coming up in just a bit. Our game today brought to you by Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. By Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. And by McNett Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. By Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters in Belmont, congratulating the Belmont Braves on their successful season. Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters in Belmont. And it's Hall of Fame Day here at Belmont High School. Today they are recognizing the 1978 to 1980 football teams. A coach and a great friend of ours, Scott Tolzman, Kristen Von Glon Raymaker, and Jerry Rat Amenda being recognized here today. There will be an extended halftime. I believe 14 minutes is what they're going to have for a halftime break here today. So we'll have an extended McNett Electric halftime report. But first, some basketball to be played here at Belmont High School. A big matchup in the Six Rivers West as there's a three-way tie at the top in the loss column. In the Six Rivers West today, Highland in first place with a 7-2 conference record. Belmont right behind them at 6-2, and Shullsburg at 5-2. And now we will pause for today's national anthem from Belmont High School.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to today's Hall of Fame game and conference matchup between the visiting Shullsburg Miners and your Belmont Braves. At halftime, they will recognize our new Hall of Fame class for this year. Belmont High School, Shullsburg High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. To honor America, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hand over the heart for the playing of the national anthem, performed by the Belmont Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Brian Lemhinger.
Today's national anthem by the Belmont Pep Band on X1071 WPVL FM Platteville and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Time now for the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. For the visiting Shullsburg Miners, 6-7 overall, 5-2 in the Six Rivers West. Their starting lineup goes like this: a 5'5" junior, actually that was for Belmont, a 5'8" sophomore guard, number 0, Haley Alt. A 6'1" junior, number 5, Courtney Thien. A 6'1" sophomore, number 10, McKinley Russell. A 5'9" sophomore, number 12, Addie Woodworth. And rounding out the starting lineup for Shullsburg, a 5'11" senior, number 20, Alexis Alt. The head coach of the Lady Miners is Nathan Russell, and he's assisted by Ryer Indergand, Derek Reese, and Bob Betcher. And for the Belmont Braves, 8-6 overall, 6-2 in the Six Rivers West. Their starting lineup: a 5'5" junior number 2, Brittany Taylor; a 5'9" junior number 3, Carson Raymaker; a 5'6" junior number 4, Lexi Rickers; a 5'5" freshman number 12, Zoe Wadig; and a 5'8" junior number 14, Jalen Leitzinger. Those are the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Shullsburg wins the tip, working from left to right as I see it from the best seat in the house, here's Furniture broadcast booth. And they turn it over as they miss a shot under the basket 15 seconds into the game. Braves with it on their side of the floor. Waiting, loading up for three in the right corner, off the front of the rim, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Belmont, so Shullsburg will take possession. Our colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Shullsburg in the traveling red jerseys with Miners written across the chest in white with the Pickaxe logo, with white numbers and some white stripes going up and down each side of the uniform. Belmont in the home whites with Belmont written across the chest in orange with orange numbers. And the Belmont Braves arrow logo centered on the top back of the uniform. Those are the colors of the game, brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. A foul called against Belmont. A hand check foul called against Carson Raymaker. That's her first, team's first. Just underway here at Belmont High School, driving towards the basket. Shot is going to be laid in by Addie Woodworth. Addie Woodworth driving in and depositing 2 on that bank shot, as Woodworth, averaging 8.6 points per game, gets her first 2 right there. A minute gone by here at Hall of Fame Day here at Belmont High School. It's Shullsburg 2, Belmont nothing. So he waiting in the left corner, runs into a double team on the left wing, skips it over to the left corner to Jalen Leitzinger. Leitzinger gives back to Waiting on the high left as the Braves try to navigate the 1-3-1. And a lob pass goes out of bounds. Believe the pass was intended for Jalen Leitzinger, but the ball went way over her head. Unreachable, and it will be Shullsburg basketball. They're inbounding in the near corner. Today's game brought to you by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. Shullsburg trying to navigate the full court press as Haley Alt gets it across the timeline, dribbles to the high right, now between the rings. Tosses over to the right corner to Addie Woodworth. Woodworth with a left-handed dribble. Picks up the ball over her head, skips it over to the top to Alexis Alt. Alt swings it over to McKinley Russell, now pass down low, and the teardrop floater drops for Haley Alt. Haley Alt gets her first points of the game. It's 4-0 Shullsburg on top of Belmont just under 2 minutes into the game. And they're going to say a travel on Zoe Waitig as she kind of tripped over herself trying to toss the ball over to the near side. And Belmont commits its second turnover of the game. 4-0 Shullsburg on top of Belmont with 16:04 to play in the first half. McKinley Russell with a yo-yo dribble across the center court stripe along the near sideline. Switches to left hand, now driving baseline. Finds Addie Woodworth down low, and Woodworth gets another 2 under the bucket. 6-0 Shullsburg on top of Belmont, 15:45 left in the opening half. Brittany Taylor hands off to the left corner, and Taylor gets it right back after exchanging passes with Waitig, and I believe the first foul against Shullsburg will be called here. It's going to be a push against Alexis Alt. That's her first, team's first. And it will be Lexi Rickers inbounding baseline right side for Belmont. And the inbound pass gets into the high right side to Brittany Taylor. Taylor goes off to Waitig. Waitig dribbling to the right elbow. Skip pass inside as Lexi Rickers nearly lost a handle but recovers. And now gives off to the high left. Now a floater in the lane. Off the back iron, no good. Shot missed by Brittany Taylor. Lexi Rickers trying to put it back in, but a foul against Shullsburg will put her to the line. And it's the second on Alexis Alt. That's a big foul for Shullsburg. As Lexi Rickers at the free throw line, Rickers averaging 12 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, and is a 60% free throw shooter. Misses the first free throw on this trip. Today's game brought to you by the Sports Page under new ownership of Brittany and Jackson Kismore Amenda. Will reopen tonight at 4 p.m. for the Belmont Athletic Hall of Fame banquet. The tradition continues at the Sports Page in Belmont. The second free throw, no good, but Belmont able to get the offensive rebound. So he waited hands off to the high right side to Brittany Taylor. Taylor skips it inside. Leitzinger with a layup, too strong off the backboard, and the rebound pulled down by number 5, Courtney Thiem. And the pass ahead, pass intended for Isabel Weigel, who checked into the game during that timeout. Unable to handle it, and it will be a turnover. Belmont takes possession. 14:54 to left in the first half. Shullsburg 6, Belmont nothing. Ball in the left corner to Zoe Wadig. Wadig is double teamed and trying to find someone to pass to, and they're going to say a held ball, I believe. Or no, they're going to say a foul. They're going to whistle up Haley Alt for her first, team's third. Shullsburg with 3 team fouls on the half. Belmont with 1. Inbound pass goes into the backcourt to Brittany Taylor, and she'll walk it across the timeline. Taylor skips it over to Zoe Wadig on the very high right side. Dribbles to the right elbow, lost the handle, loose ball, and it's going to be recovered by McKinley Russell. Russell back down the floor, skips over ahead to Alt, and Alt's layup is no good. Haley Alt missing the layup, and Belmont coming down with the rebound. Still 6-0, Shullsburg on top of Belmont, early going here at Belmont High School on this Saturday afternoon Six Rivers West matchup for girls basketball. Double dribble called against Belmont. Braves turn it over. Our game today brought to you by Doan's Auto Care Center. Patrick Doan can assist with all of your vehicle maintenance needs. Doan's Auto Center in Patrick Doan in Belmont. And by Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Just over 14 minutes left in the first half. Shullsburg 6, Belmont nothing. Six Rivers West girls basketball on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Skip pass inside, and a layup is made by Shullsburg. I believe that was Courtney Thiem. Able to lay it in, and a timeout taken by Belmont as Shullsburg has opened up an 8-0 lead with 13:55 left in the first half. And our game today brought to you by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. And my Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Runny Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all of your electrical needs, or for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Runny Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. By Community First Bank, free in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. By McNett Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Coming out of the Belmont Braves timeout at Shullsburg 8, Belmont nothing. 13:45 remaining in the first half. Ball at the top is Claire Kleteka. Was in possession of the ball, now hands off to the left elbow to Carson Raymaker. Now out to the high left to Brittany Taylor. Taylor with a toss to Kleteka. Kleteka dribbles to the left elbow, now in the paint. Looking for Brittany Taylor on the high right side. Taylor able to recover the basketball before it goes out of bounds. Now Lexi Rickers dribbling in, back out to the right corner. Kleteka giving off to Brittany Taylor. Driving towards the basket, layup, no good, off the side of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Meadow Weigel. Shullsburg back down the floor quickly. Layup is good, count the bucket, and the foul, Addie Woodworth. Putting it in through the contact. Addie Woodworth now with 6 points on the game for Shullsburg. And it's going to be the first foul against Lexi Rickers. And the free throw by Woodworth is no good. Belmont comes down with the rebound. 10-0. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. In our Saturday afternoon Six Rivers West girls basketball matchup on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Glad you're with us. As a skip pass to the left corner is controlled by Claire Kleteka. Kleteka runs into a double team left side of the paint. Ball's loose in the baseline. And finally a whistle blown, and I believe they're going to say a held ball. Thought it might have been a foul initially. But the official says held ball, and the Braves will maintain possession. As a substitution for Shullsburg, now in the game is number 33, Emma Rogotsky. That will send Number 0, Haley Alt to take a seat. Belmont inbounding baseline left side. Inbound pass gets into Kleteka. Kleteka lost the handle momentarily, but recovers it on the high left side. Now off to Brittany Taylor between the rings. Shullsburg showing a 2-3 zone look, and a pass goes off the chest of Carson Raymaker, but recovered in the left corner by Taylor. Now Kleteka on the high right side, switching from the right to the left hand. Looking for someone to pass to, and Rogatski able to rip it out of her hand, and Rogatski recovers the ball and pushes ahead. Fast break opportunity for Shullsburg, but two Belmont Braves come down quickly, prevent a shot from going up. And with 12:07 to play in the first half, it's 10-0. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. The ball was last touched by the Braves, so Shullsburg will inbound baseline right side of the basket. McKinley Russell will throw it in. And she gets it into Isabel Weigel. Weigel gives to Russell between the rings. McKinley Russell hands off, right wing, three-pointer coming up. Ball spit back out by Isabel Weigel on a whistle on the rebound, and it will be Braves basketball as they whistle up Madeline Weigel for her first personal, team's fourth. 10-0 Shullsburg on top of Belmont, under 12 minutes to play in the first half. Our game today brought to you by Clear Bank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. Ball swung over to the left corner to number 14, Jalen Leitsinger. And Leitsinger driving towards the basket. Layup off the front of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound, and it's collected on the left side of the paint by number 2, Brittany Taylor. Now a three-pointer coming up for Kleteka. Bouncing off the front of the rim, no good. Another offensive rebound for Belmont. Brittany Taylor driving towards the basket. Shot ricochets on the bottom of the backboard, but a foul against Shullsburg will send her to the line. Brittany Taylor trying to let the skunk out of the box for Belmont. 10-0 the score. Shullsburg on top with 11:25 left in the first half. And Taylor hits the first free throw to get Belmont on the board. Brittany Taylor on the season averaging 7 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and shoots 47% from the free throw line. The second free throw rattles out, no good. Rebound collected by Meta Weigel of Shullsburg. Shullsburg 10, Belmont 1. 11:15 remaining in the first half. Skip pass inside, scoop layup, no good, but a foul will send Addie Woodworth back to the free throw line. Addie Woodworth off to a good start for the Shullsburg Miners, as the foul goes against Claire Kleteka. Woodworth's first free throw is swished to give her 7 points on the game and brings the Shullsburg lead back to 10, 11-1 the score. Today's game brought to you by Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters of Belmont, congratulating the Belmont Braves on their successful season. Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters of Belmont. Second free throw also knocked in by Addie Woodworth. And Belmont will take possession, trailing 12-1 with 11:11 to play in the first half. Brittany Taylor handling the basketball across the center court stripe, gives off to the high right side to Carson Raymaker. Raymaker out to the top to Macy Krantz, and a skip pass intended for Kleteka goes off her fingertip and out of bounds, but they're going to say Shullsburg the last to touch it. Kleteka and Brittany Taylor check out of the game. Now back in is Zoe Wadig and Jalen Leitsinger. And gets into Macy Krantz in the left corner. Down in the left corner, Carson Raymaker dribbles out of the corner to the left elbow, runs into a double team, skips it out to the top. Zoe Wadig loading up for 3 straight ahead, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by number 5, Courtney Thien of Shullsburg. Miners up by 11, 12-1 the score. Three-pointer on the left wing coming up off the back iron, no good. Shot missed by Haley Alt, but an offensive rebound collected by Shullsburg. Emma Rogatski finds a teammate. Shot off the front of the rim, no good. Shot missed by Meta Weigel, and the Braves collect the rebound. Lexi Rickers navigating some defenders crossing the center court stripe. Now tosses off to the high right to Carson Raymaker. Raymaker with a left-handed dribble into the paint. Kicks it out to Lexi Rickers on the left wing, driving towards the basket, puts up a shot. Shot's no good. But Rickers will go back to the free throw line to try and get her first points of the game. She's 0 for 2 at the line. And the 16th foul called against Shullsburg. It'll be the first on number 33, Emma Rogatski. The first free throw is swished. for Lexi Rickers, her first point of the game. The sports page under new ownership of Brittany and Jackson Kaisemore Amenda will reopen tonight at 4 p.m. for the Belmont Athletic Hall of Fame banquet. The tradition continues with the sports page in Belmont. Second free throw, toilet bowl's out, no good. Score stays at 12-2. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. Six Rivers West girls basketball on X1071 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Glad you're with us. Ball at the top to Thien. Now a cross-court pass to McKinley Russell in the left corner. Russell with a no-look pass to the left elbow to Alexis Alt. On the near side to Addie Woodworth. Woodworth skips it ahead to Thien. Thien steps her dribble, underhand toss, deflected and stolen away by Carson Raymaker. Raymaker brings it across the timeline. Ball nearly goes into the backcourt, but Lexi Rickers driving towards the basket. And Alexis Alt is going to be whistled up for a foul. That's her third. And back to the free throw line is Lexi Rickers. She's one of four. With 9:41 to go in the first half, 12-2, Shullsburg on top of Belmont. Rickers swishes the first free throw. Game today brought to you by Doan's Auto Care Center. Patrick Doan can assist with all your vehicle maintenance. Doan's Auto Center, Patrick Doan in Belmont. Rickers with the second free throw knocks that one in. Lexi Rickers now 3 of 6 from the free throw line. 12-4 the new score. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. As the Braves apply pressure in the backcourt, but Shullsburg gets it across center court. Skip pass ahead. Shot missed by Haley Alt as it ricocheted off the left side of the rim. But a foul against Belmont will put her at the line. They're going to say it's the second on Lexi Rickers. And Haley Alt at the free throw line, averaging 10 points per game. Misses the first free throw on this trip. She had a 2-point field goal earlier in the game. Also averaging 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a 75% free throw shooter. But she misses both on this trip and a whistle on the rebound. And what's the call here? They're going to say it's on McKinley Russell. And that's Shullsburg's 8th team foul, and that puts Jalen Leitsinger at the free throw line. Jalen Leitsinger averaging 8 points per game, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1.5 steals. Hits the first free throw of the 1-and-1. Earns herself another. Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Leitsinger switches the second free throw as well. She's got 2 points on the game, 9:35 to go in the first half, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game, and this one is stolen away, and a shot missed under the basket, but another foul against Shullsburg puts the Braves at the line. This time it's Brittany Taylor as they whistle up McKinley Russell for her second, and a full timeout taken by Shullsburg. 9:28 to go in the first half, 12-6. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game one. Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the automated milking systems line and all of the latest in automated milking systems. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shullsburg.
In game one.
Brittany Taylor hits the first free throw coming out of the Shullsburg timeout. 9:28 to go in the first half. 12-7 the score as Taylor misses the second free throw and the rebound collected by Shullsburg. All 7 of Belmont's points have come from the free throw line. They are 7 of 12 from the free throw line so far this afternoon. 9:16 to go in the first half, 12-7. Shullsburg on top of Belmont on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Pass inside to Thien, lost the handle momentarily. Now skips it right back to the left side to Woodworth. Woodworth in the paint, puts up the shot. Shot's no good, rolls off the rim, but a foul against Belmont puts Woodworth back at the line. Andy Woodworth with 8 points and is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. First foul against Claire Kleteca, as the first free throw missed by Woodworth. Second free throw is knocked in. 13-7. Shullsburg leading Belmont, 9 minutes to go in the first half. Cross-court pass to Carson Raymaker. Now in the left corner to Kleteca, and Kleteca lost the handle, but it was last touched by Haley Alt of Shullsburg, and it will be Belmont basketball. Game today brought to you by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. One pass goes to Brittany Taylor in the backcourt. Gives to Raymaker on the left wing. Driving towards the basket. Now kicks out to the left corner. Driving in is Kleteca. Her shot off the front of the rim, no good. Courtney Thien with the rebound for Shullsburg. Gives off to Haley Alt. Alt trying to bring it across the court, and they're going to say she double dribbled, and Shullsburg turns it over. With 8:35 left in the first half, 13-7. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. Zoe Wade gets it across the timeline for Belmont, trying to get past her defender, Courtney Thien. Gives off to Brittany Taylor on the high right side. Another 1-3-1 look shown by Shullsburg, and the pass intended for Raymaker is going to be knocked out of bounds by a Shullsburg player. I believe it went off the fingertip of Courtney Thien. And Belmont will inbound on the far sideline right next to the Shullsburg bench. It gets into the top to Zoe Wading. Now Raymaker driving towards the basket along the baseline, lost the handle, but Leitzinger recovers it for the Braves. Ball swung over to the left corner, catch and shoot 3 for Kleteca. She overshoots the rim. Leitzinger had the rebound momentarily, and a held ball. Or are they going to say Shullsburg got it, and the Miners will take a timeout? It's a 30-second timeout with 8:03 left in the first half, 13-7. Shullsburg on top of the Braves in Six Rivers West girls basketball. Basketball today brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. By Wadig Welding, offering welding and fabrication needs from hydraulic hoses to tire repair. Wadig Welding, St. Peter's Road in Cuba City. By Spenceley Feeds, VitaPlus in Belmont offers top-quality livestock feed for all your animal needs. To get the most out of every input into your enterprise, Spenceley Feeds, VitaPlus of Belmont. Also by Dave's Auto Body in Belmont, offers top-quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. Coming out of the Shullsburg timeout, they're trying to navigate the full-court press, and Shullsburg does so, but a foul called against the Braves. That'll be team foul number 6 on Belmont. As they whistle up number 12, Zoe Wadig, for her first personal. Imam pass gets into McKinley Russell. Now Haley out. Catch and shoot 3 on the right corner. Off the front of the rim, no good. Leitzinger with the rebound for Belmont. Braves push it down the floor. Wadig under the basket. Trying to skip it back out. Finds Leitzinger. Now Wadig gets it right back in the corner. And they're going to say Wadig traveled. Wadig was kind of caught in a weird spot. She was dribbling the basketball, and the ball got stuck on her hip and took an extra step, so Belmont turns it over, and Shullsburg will take possession with 7:35 left in the first half. Shullsburg 13, Belmont 7. Again, Belmont has yet to score a field goal in this game. All of their points have come from the free throw line. And a skip pass is stolen away by Leitzinger. And Shullsburg retreats to the front court. They set up the 1-3-1. Carson Raymaker with a cross-court pass to Brittany Taylor on the high right side. Now back to the near side. Wadig trying to dribble in, and a reach-in going to be called against Meadow Weagle. That'll be the second on her, and it's double bonus time for Belmont. Because again, Belmont has gotten all their points from the free throw line in this first half. 7:03 to go, 13-7 the score. And the first free throw rattles out for Zoe Wadick. Our game today brought to you by Edward Jones Rees Wealth Management of Platteville, by Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel, and Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. The second free throw is swished by Wadick to get her first point of the game. Zoe Wadick averaging 6 points per contest and shoots 62% from the free throw line. She's 50% so far today as Shullsburg brings it down the floor, and Courtney Thien dragged her pivot foot as she received the pass. Shullsburg commits the turnover. We're under 7 minutes to go in the first half, 13-8. Shullsburg on top of the Braves. Brittany Taylor with the ball on the high left side off a pass from Carson Raymaker. Taylor was driving in, finds Waiting in the left corner, gives it back out to the high left, now to the right side to Raymaker. Leitzinger was trapped in the corner, able to skip past it back out. Now Brittany Taylor catch and shoot three on the left wing, off the front of the rim, no good, but a whistle away from the ball. And they're going to say an offensive foul on Belmont. 6:27 to play in the first half. Shullsburg 13, Belmont 8. It'll be the second personal on Macy Krantz. And that puts Addie Woodworth at the free throw line. Lexi Rickers checks back into the game. Zoe Waitig out for Belmont. A 17 foul makes it a 1-and-1. And the first free throw is swished. This one is by Courtney Thien. Courtney Thien on the season averaging 3.8 points, 6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.5 steals, shooting 59% from the free throw line. And the second free throw bounces off the back iron, no good. 14-8. Shullsburg leading Belmont with 6:20 to play in half number 1. Carson Raymaker with a cross-court pass to Brittany Taylor on the far right side. Now dribbles into the paint, and they're going to say a hold on Shullsburg. They're going to say it's on Courtney Thien. That's her first. Team's 11th. And at the free throw line is Brittany Taylor, and misses the first free throw on this trip. Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. Second free throw for Taylor is knocked in. 14-9. Shullsburg leading Belmont. 6:06 left in the first half. And a three-pointer coming up on the right wing. Ball spit back out. Shot missed by Haley Alt, and the rebound collected by the Miners. McKinley Russell with it in the left corner. Dribbles out to the left wing. She'll pull up for three. And that one rattles out no good. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Courtney Thien of Shullsburg. So Belmont takes possession with 5:47 left in the first half. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. Carson Raymaker trying to get past McKinley Russell on the right side. Cross-court pass back to Brittany Taylor. Now swung over to the left corner for Leitzinger, and Leitzinger's pass for Macy Krantz goes off her fingertips, and Shullsburg comes away with the steal. Shullsburg leading 14-9 with just over 5:15 remaining in the first half. Catch and shoot three on the left wing. Trying to make it in was Isabel Weigel. Her shot's no good. And the rebound collected by Brittany Taylor. Taylor pushes ahead to Lexi Rickers. Rickers driving, lost the handle, gets it right back, and lays it in for two. Lexi Rickers with the first field goal for Belmont, and it's a 3-point lead for Shullsburg. 14-11, under 5 minutes left in the first half. Now a three-pointer coming up for Haley Alt. That one bounces off the back iron. Offensive rebound. Works its way to the left wing. Now driving in is Haley Alt. Her shot's no good. And they're going to say a foul on Belmont. That'll put her at the line. First personal on Jalen Leitzinger, and the first free throw swished for Haley Alt. Gives her 3 points on the game. West End Salvage of Lancaster, see Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Alt hits the second free throw, gives her 4 points on the game. And with 4.5 minutes to go until the McNutt Electric halftime report, it's Shullsburg 16, Belmont 11. Carson Raymaker in the corner, lost the basketball, and Shullsburg comes away with another steal. 6th turnover unofficially for Belmont in this first half. As McKinley Russell in the lane, puts up a floater and bounces around and in. McKinley Russell with her first field goal of the game, 18-11. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. And Carson Raymaker, scoop layup, rolls off the side of the rim, no good. Leitzinger with the offensive rebound in the putback. Jalen Leitzinger now with 4 points and back-to-back field goals for Belmont, 18-13. Shullsburg on top of the Braves. And a steal by Carson Raymaker, and I believe Belmont got the timeout to keep the possession with 3:45 left in the first half, 18-13. Shullsburg on top of Belmont is a full stop. We'll take one too back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 2.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
If you're single, a young couple just starting out, or an empty nester, regular-sized loaves of bread just may be too much of a good thing. Now, thanks to Village Hearth Half Loaves, you can have just the right amount of fresh, delicious bread for toast and your favorite sandwiches. Village Hearth Half Loaves come in 5 flavorful varieties, including Dakota-style 12-grain, honey wheat, and premium white. You're sure to find the one that's just right. Village Hearth Half Loaves, the perfect size for 1 or 2.
In game 2.
Macy Krantz gets the bucket and the foul coming out of the Belmont timeout to make it 18-15 with 3:37 left in the first half. The foul goes against Haley Alt. That's her second. And Krantz trying to convert the three-point play. That one rattles out, no good, and Shullsburg with the rebound. Stays a 3-point game with 3.5 minutes to go till halftime. McKinley Russell driving into the paint, spins around, puts up a floater off the front of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound, and Brittany Taylor pulls it down for Belmont, and a hold called against Shullsburg as Taylor was trying to get past her defender. And we'll see who this is against. I believe it was against Alt. And it is the third personal on Haley Alt. Free throws coming up for Brittany Taylor. And hits the first on this trip. Brittany Taylor now with 4 points. 4 of 7 from the free throw line. And a free throw here makes it a 1-point game. And the second free throw is good. 3:20 to go in the first half. Shullsburg 18, Belmont 17. Belmont coming back after trailing by as many as 11 in this first half. And a blocking foul called against Belmont. Puts both teams in the double bonus. As Jalen Leitzinger guilty of her second personal. Actually, scratch that. That's team foul number 9. McKinley Russell at the line for the 1-and-1. And hits the first. McKinley Russell now with 3 points on the game. Back to a 2-point lead for Shullsburg. Herms's Ace Hardware at Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. McKinley Russell loading up for the second free throw. And that one spins out, no good, but Thien there for the rebound. Thien trying to pass it back, and it's stolen away by Belmont. 2-on-3, back the other way, and a scoop layup by Taylor is off target, and Shullsburg collects the rebound. 3 minutes to play until halftime, 19-17. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. And a foul against Brittany Taylor will send Shullsburg to the line. Now both teams in the double bonus officially. 2 free throws coming up. I believe this is Addie Woodworth at the free throw line. Addie Woodworth with a really good first half. 9 first half points. And make it 10 as she swishes the first free throw. Addie Woodworth, 4 of 6 from the line so far today. Claire Klateca checks into the game. Carson Raymaker checking out for Belmont. Second free throw for Woodworth is also swished. Back to a 4-point lead for Shullsburg. 21-17, 2:50 to play until the McNett Electric halftime report. Klateca just off the left side of the point. Switches to the left hand, driving towards the left side of the paint. Now inside, skips it out to the top. Zoe Waiting in the free throw lane. Out to Brittany Taylor. Taylor finds Lexi Rickers. Rickers spinning her way along the baseline. Skips it back. Now to Waiting. Left corner, three-pointer coming up for Klateca. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Emma Rogotsky. Shullsburg back down the floor quickly. Isabel Weigel finds McKinley Russell loading up for 3. That one out, no good. And a hard foul under the basket as Rogotsky hit tailbone first on the basketball floor. And Rogotsky will stay in the game, and she'll shoot free throws as it's going to be the second personal on Brittany Taylor. Again, both teams in the double bonus. Rogotsky knocks down the first free throw. Rogotsky on the season, averaging 1.2 points and an 86% free throw shooter. The second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Leitzinger with the rebound for Belmont. 22-17, the new score with just over 2 minutes to go until halftime. Spinning in the lane. Lexi Rickers, too strong off the backboard. And the rebound pulled down by Addie Woodworth of Shullsburg. Arna's bringing it across center court. Pass to the right wing, now to the left corner. Catch and shoot 3 for McKinley Russell. Off the back iron, no. Leitzinger had the rebound, but lost it. And the shot put up by Courtney Thien bounces off the back iron, no good. But another foul against Belmont will put Thien at the free throw line. Thien has 3 points and is 1 of 2 at the line. And it's the third foul on Lexi Rickers. As the fouls really starting to add up for both teams, as both teams are in the double bonus. And the first free throw knocked in by Thien. Basketball today brought to you by Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. And by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros of Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. The second free throw rattles around and in. Courtney Thien goes 2 for 2 on that trip, 24-17. Shullsburg back in front by 7. They led by as many as 11. Belmont closed it to within 1, but a 6-0 run here by Shullsburg stretches the lead to 7 as a loose ball in the paint. And the alternate possession gives it back to Shullsburg with 1:27 to go. And the official went to the scores table for just a brief moment, didn't know what that was about. But Shullsburg gets the inbound pass in. Belmont applying some pressure in the backcourt. Isabel Weigel pushing ahead to McKinley Russell. Russell gives back to Weigel across the center court stripe. Now down low to Addie Woodworth. Her shot is blocked. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Belmont. And Shullsburg will inbound baseline left side. Isabel Weigel will throw it in. Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs. See Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. A three-pointer off the inbound. Shot missed by Emma Rogotsky off the back iron. And Carson Raymaker with the rebound for Belmont. Pushes ahead to the right corner as Kleteka looking for someone to pass to, lost the handle, and it's stolen away by Shullsburg. And a pass across center court is intercepted by Zoe Wadig. Wadig back the other way. Dribbles to the right side of the paint. She loses the handle, and Courtney Thien with a steal. 42 seconds left in the half. 24-17. Shullsburg in front. Cross-court pass to the left corner. Now to Thien at the left elbow. Isabel Weigel loading up for three. That one spit back out. The rebound collected by Brittany Taylor. Taylor pushes ahead to Kleteka on the high right side. Now back to Taylor between the rings to Carson Raymaker on the left. Raymaker driving in. Her layup is swatted away by McKinley Russell and stolen away by Courtney Thien. Thien gets back to McKinley Russell. 10 seconds left. Shullsburg trying to get one more shot in before the half. On the right corner to Alt. Now to Woodworth, loading up for three on the right wing. Side iron, no. Rebound collected by Taylor. Taylor won't get up a shot before the halftime break. And our score at the half, Shullsburg 24, Belmont 17. Game today brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. And by Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. And Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Coming up next, the McNett Electric Halftime Report. We'll recap the first half scoring here, and we'll see if there's any updates we can bring you on the Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Our McNett Electric Halftime Report coming your way next on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Turpin Dodge salutes Megan Golden, RN BSN at Medical Associates Urology Department. Turpin will make a donation to the Bernard Playground in Megan's honor. Visit TurpinDodge.com to nominate an area nurse. And thank you, Megan, from Turpin Dodge in Dubuque.
Nursing assistants are the heart of healthcare, the steady hands and listening ears patients rely on. If you feel called to care, Southwest Tech's CNA course in Fenimore can help you begin. This newly added daytime course runs from February 6th through April 3rd with in-person labs, online theory, and clinicals at a long-term care facility. Register by January 30th at swtc.edu/GoCNA. Southwest Tech. Education as unique as you.
In Game 3.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by Lely Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Our halftime score in Six Rivers West girls basketball, Shullsburg with a 24-17 lead on the Belmont Braves. We'll take another timeout and we'll tally up the first half stats and do a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard as well. Again, 24-17. Shullsburg leading Belmont at the half. More on our McNett Electric halftime report after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
You don't have to live with sinusitis discomfort and painful symptoms any longer. Trust the experience of ENT specialist Dr. Dale Chilson at Grant Regional Health Center, who offers innovative technology and the latest procedures, including CT-guided sinus surgery. Are you ready to find lasting relief from sinusitis to breathe easier? Call 608-723-2131 to schedule your appointment at our specialty clinic location in Lancaster today. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
In Game 4.
Back on the McNett Electric halftime report brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Thank you to Steve Prestigard for passing along these scores in boys basketball in overtime. East Dubuque over Abingdon Avon, 43-38. And in girls basketball, Galena beats West Carroll, 72-22. Again, there are a number of other games in Southwest Wisconsin today, but those don't tip off till later on. Some other games that we can tell you that are happening. River Ridge Scales Mound is at Southwestern. Basketball is taking on North Crawford at Just a Game Fieldhouse, and Beloit Turner is at Mineral Point later on this afternoon. And in boys basketball, Monticello is at Shullsburg tonight, and Prairie du Chien is taking on Westfield. We'll take another timeout and get you the first half stats as our McNeil Electric halftime report continues on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Affordable health care right here in Dubuque at Crescent Community Health Center. Crescent offers affordable, high-quality health care to everyone with insurance assistance available. Whether you need medical, dental, brain health, or general wellness, Crescent provides the expertise you expect and deserve. Learn more of the variety of services available by visiting crescentchc.org. Crescent Community Health Center on the corner of 17th and Elm Street in Dubuque.
In Game 5.
Twenty-four to 17, Shullsburg leads Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball on X1071 WPVL FM Platteville and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Let's recap the first half scoring as a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws attempted, and that's really kind of been the story in this first half as Eddie Woodworth leads the way scoring-wise for Shullsburg with 11 first half points. 5 points for Courtney Thien, 4 points for Haley Alt, 3 for McKinley Russell, and Emma Rogotsky is 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Other players seeing action but not scoring in that first half include Alexis Alt and Isabel Weigel. Alexis Alt has 3 fouls in that first half, as does Haley Alt. And as a team, Shullsburg is 11 of 19 at the free throw line with no three-pointers in that first half. And for Belmont, they are led in scoring by both Brittany Taylor and Lexi Rickers with 5 points apiece. 4 points for Jalen Leitzinger, 2 points for Macy Krantz, and Zoe Wadig is 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Claire Kleteka had some playing time but did not score in that first half. And just like Shullsburg, Belmont is 11 of 19 from the free throw line. Started off strong for Shullsburg in that first half. They jumped out to a 12-1 lead. And then Belmont was able to make it 18 to 17 before a 7-0 run by Shullsburg to close out the first half. Most of that coming from the free throw line as both teams were in the double bonus. A lot of hard fouls under the basket. Expect a physical battle in the second half and the rest of the way in this matchup between these two Six Rivers West conference rivals. As you said earlier, this game is massive as far as how the Six Rivers West will be decided, as both Belmont and Shullsburg are tied with Highland in the loss column with 2 losses in conference play to this point. Highland has a 7-2 conference record. Belmont 6-2. Shullsburg 5-2. And again, you're not necessarily eliminated with a loss, but you are certainly in the driver's seat, especially if you can get a big win against one of the top teams in the conference. Again, our halftime score 24 to 17 Shullsburg leading Belmont at the half. We'll take another timeout. We'll have more in the McNett Electric halftime report after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
In Game 6.
Wrapping up the McNett Electric halftime report, brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. For all your electrical needs, call McNett Electric. 24-17, the halftime score. Shullsburg leading Belmont at the half. And looking ahead on our Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule, our next high school sports coverage is on Monday night, where we have a boys-girls doubleheader from Lancaster as the Southwestern Wildcats take on the Lancaster Flying Arrows in non-conference action. We'll have that game right here on X1071. And in girls basketball following that, it'll be East Dubuque taking on Lancaster. Very intriguing matchup in interstate girls basketball. That'll be over on 97.7 Country WGLR. Both of those games will be seen on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. You can always check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com. And that will wrap up our McNett Electric halftime report. 24-17, Shullsburg leading Belmont at the halftime break. We'll take another timeout. We'll bring you the second half. This has been the McNett Electric halftime report. For all your electrical needs, call McNett Electric in Belmont. Second half coming up next on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
Want a job that pays more than minimum wage and makes a real difference? Southwest Tech's CNA course in Fenimore can get you there fast. This newly added daytime course runs from February 6th through April 3rd with in-person labs, online theory, and clinicals at a long-term care facility. Start earning more and building your future. Register by January 30th at swtc.edu/GoCNA. Southwest Tech, education as unique as you.
In Game 7.
High school girls basketball at X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, sponsored by Cunis, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram of Platteville. Powering our audio stream today, the Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models and is open Monday through Saturday. Head to Cunis in Platteville. By TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville, beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. By Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware, do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware, do it best in Fenimore. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Bowes Electric. Call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bowes Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. And by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Just seconds away from beginning the second half here at Belmont High School, 24-17. Shullsburg leading Belmont through one half of play in our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters, and overhead doors on X1071, WPVL FM Platteville, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Basketball also brought to you by Community First Bank. Free in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Our halftime show earlier brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Braves will begin with the ball to begin the second half. They are now working from left to right as we see it from the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. On the left corner to Zoe Wadig. She's double teamed, and they're going to say she stepped on the sideline, and Belmont turns it over. I have Belmont down for 7 turnovers in the first, or now in the beginning part of the second half. 24-17, still the score, 15 seconds into half number 2. McKinley Russell with the ball on the high right side, gives off to Isabel Weigel, and shot off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Lexi Rickers of Belmont. Lexi Rickers will bring it across the center court stripe, angling towards the right wing, skips it over to Zoe Wadig. Wadig trying to skip it ahead, but it's stolen away by McKinley Russell of Shullsburg. Russell back down the other way. Tries to lay it in. That one toilet bowls out, no good. Thien with the rebound. And now a catch and shoot 3 on the left wing coming up, and that one splashed from long range by Addie Woodworth. The first three-pointer made by either team in this game is made by Addie Woodworth. 27-17, back to a double-digit lead for Shullsburg, and a foul against the Lady Miners. It'll be on Courtney Thien. That is her second non-shooting foul. Belmont inbounding baseline right side. Inbound gets thrown into the backcourt. Lexi Rickers saves it from going into the backcourt, but throws it right into the hands of Isabel Weigel. We go out to the top to Addie Woodworth. Woodworth gets to McKinley Russell, on the high left side. Russell gets it back after exchanging passes with Isabel Weigel. Now down low to Thien. Thien in the paint. Puts up a floater from about 5 feet away and knocks it down. Courtney Thien now with 7 points on the game for Shullsburg. 12-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for Shullsburg in the game. Now driving in, scoop, layup, too strong, but a foul against Shullsburg will put Brittany Taylor at the line. Brittany Taylor with 5 points in the first half, all of her points coming from the free throw line. It'll be the third foul on Courtney Thien. And the first free throw is no good for Brittany Taylor. Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. Second free throw for Taylor is swished. Brittany Taylor now with 6 points on the game for Belmont. Makes it 29-18 with 16:22 left in the second half. McKinley Russell trying to bring it across center court, but runs into a double team, looking for someone to pass to, and able to get it ahead to Isabel Weigel. Now to Rogotsky. McKinley Russell gets it right back, loading up for 3, left side of the point. That one spit back out, and the rebound collected by Brittany Taylor of Belmont. Taylor sprinting back down the floor, stops at the right elbow, gives out to Carson Raymaker in the corner. Raymaker finds an open teammate, catch and shoot 3 for Lexi Rickers, off the front of the rim, no good. McKinley Russell clears the ball for Shullsburg. Russell into the paint, draws contact, puts up a shot, it's no good, but the foul against Belmont will put her at the line. Or no, they're going to say a non-shooting foul. I thought it was during the shot, but they're going to say it was before the shot even was put up. It's the third foul on Brittany Taylor. First team foul on Belmont in the second half, and a steal by Brittany Taylor back the other way. Her shot's no good as it ricocheted off the bottom of the backboard, but they're going to say a blocking foul on Shullsburg. I believe this is on Haley Alt, and if it is, that's her fourth. Brittany Taylor back at the free throw line again. 6 points on the game, all of them coming from the free throw line so far today. And the first free throw on this trip is off the back iron, no good. Six of 11 at the free throw line for Brittany Taylor on the game. Second free throw is good. Makes it 29-19 with 15:40 left in the second half. Ball pushed ahead to Courtney Thien, now to Alexis Alt on the top of the arc. McKinley Russell lobs it into the paint to Thien. Thien turns around and gets her jumper to go. Courtney Thien now with 9 points on the game for Shullsburg, 31-19 with 15:20 to go. Carson Raymaker with a cross-court pass to Brittany Taylor on the high right side. Now gives back to Raymaker. Raymaker going baseline, puts up a shot, runs into two defenders, and one of them is going to be guilty of a foul. That's on Courtney Thien, and that's her fourth. Looks like Rogotsky will check in for Shullsburg. As the first free throw is swished by Carson Raymaker, giving Raymaker her first point of the game. Rogotsky checks in, Courtney Thien checks out. Raymaker loading up for the second free throw. And she got it. 31-21, Shullsburg leading Belmont with just over 15 minutes left in the second half. Ball pushed ahead to McKinley Russell across the timeline on the near sideline. Russell gets it right back, puts up a floater on the left side of the paint. That one rims out, and the rebound collected by the Braves. Lexi Rickers trying to push it ahead. Finds Zoe Wadig. Wadig driving towards the basket. Finds Leitsinger down low. Her shot is blocked. Macy Krantz with the rebound. Now a catch and shoot three just off the left side of the point. That one off the back iron by Brittany Taylor. Goes out of bounds. And it will be Shullsburg basketball with 14:38 left until the end of the second half. 31-21. Shullsburg in front. Claire Bacon with the three convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud sponsor of today's game. As the pass is across center court, but a foul called against Belmont as Leitsinger took an elbow to the side of the face. But Shullsburg keeps possession. Ball lobbed in under the baseline. Now giving out to Eddie Woodworth on the high left. Finds Rogotsky. Now McKinley Russell down low. No look pass. Nice finish. That was by Alexis Alt. McKinley Russell telegraphing that pass. Didn't have to look to find her open teammate. 33-21. Shullsburg on top of Belmont, and a left-handed layup is good for Jalen Leitsinger, giving her 6 points on the game. As Shullsburg back down the floor, navigating the full court press. Rogotsky lost the handle on the right wing, being harassed by Carson Raymaker. Now Isabel Weigel skips it to McKinley Russell in the paint. And Russell's left-handed shot will drop. Back and forth in the second half, 35-23, Shullsburg in front. See if the Braves have another answer. Leitsinger in the left corner. Gives back to Brittany Taylor, skips it over to Wadig on the high right side. Wadig finds Raymaker in the corner, and Raymaker trying to drive baseline, but Rogotsky going to be guilty of the block. And that is the 15th foul on Shullsburg in this second half. Second personal on Rogotsky. Belmont inbounding baseline right side. Ball works its way to the top, now to the high left to Carson Raymaker. Raymaker with a right-handed dribble, retreating back to the center court stripe. Now gives off to Brittany Taylor. Taylor finds Leitsinger, now to Raymaker. Off a screen, nice pass inside to Krantz, and Krantz lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds. Shullsburg takes possession. Missed opportunity for Belmont right under the basket. .12:52 and counting in the second half, 35-23. Shullsburg in front. Alexis Alt at the top of the arc, and her pass is going to be deflected out of bounds by Carson Raymaker, and Shullsburg will inbound along the near sideline. The sports page under new ownership of Brittany and Jackson Kismore Amenda will reopen tonight at 4 p.m. for the Belmont Athletic Hall of Fame. The tradition continues with the sports page in Belmont. Alexis Alt deposits 2 on a layup under the basket off the inbound. And Shullsburg with its biggest lead of the game, 37-23 with 12.5 minutes to go. On the left corner, Raymaker gets it right back on the left side. Overhead pass to Lexi Rickers on the right wing. Rickers finding Taylor, cutting towards the basket. Taylor's shot no good off the side of the rim. And the Miners with the rebound. McKinley Russell, stop and pop floater and gets the lucky bounce. 39-23, Shullsburg leading with 12 minutes to go. Ball at the top to Carson Raymaker, stops her dribble, looking for a teammate, skips it over to the high left to Leitzinger. Leitzinger gives back to Taylor on the right wing, being guarded by McKinley Russell. Swung over to the left wing, now back to Taylor. Taylor stops her dribble, gives to Leitzinger. Leitzinger driving, has the ball swatted out of her hand, and Isabel Weigel comes away with the theft for Shullsburg. Weigel brings it across the timeline, gets a screen on the high right side, try to skip it inside to McKinley Russell, able to save it from going out of bounds. And now Eddie Woodworth with it on the high right side. Being guarded by Lexi Rickers, switches to the left hand. Down to McKinley Russell. Fakes, now decides to drive in, going baseline. Her shot's no good, but a foul against Belmont will put her to the line. Stops the clock with 11:07 to play in the second half, 39-23. Shullsburg leading Belmont. And a timeout taken by the Braves. And it's a full timeout. We'll take one too. We're back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8.
Trade out and trade up with the Gia Milking Performance promotion at Fuller's Milker Center. For a limited time, trade out your old milking units and liners and immediately benefit by trading up to a better milking performance at substantial savings. Choose from the Gia IQ Milking Unit or the Classic 300E Milking Unit, both available with a GQ liner package. Plus, save if you need to swap Jetter cups too. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your Gia dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to find out how you can save big trading out and trading up on new Gia milking equipment technology.
Having chronic knee pain shouldn't mean giving up the things you enjoy. Grant Regional Health Center's orthopedic team now offers the latest technology with robotic-assisted knee replacement surgery. This significant advancement combines the expertise of our surgical team with the precise accuracy of robotic technology. Innovative surgery, compassionate care, right in Lancaster. Learn more at grantregional.com/knee or call us at 608-723-2131. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
In Game 8.
Coming out of the Belmont timeout, McKinley Russell at the free throw line for Shullsburg as the Lady Miners lead 39-23 as the first free throw rattles out for Russell. Today's game brought to you by Southwest Health. With over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, they can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Russell gets the second free throw to go to make the score Shullsburg 40, Belmont 23 with just over 11 minutes to play in the second half. Carson Raymaker hands off to Leitzinger. Leitzinger in the paint, tosses back to the top to Lexi Rickers. Now to the right wing. Back to Leitzinger. Leitzinger finding Raymaker and a loose ball, but recovered by the Braves. Cross-court pass deflected and recovered by Lexi Rickers in the right corner. Rickers trying to drive, now stops her dribble, gives out to the top to Taylor. Swung over to the left side. Cutting towards the basket is Raymaker. Her shot is no good, and the rebound pulled on by Emma Rogotsky of Shullsburg. Rogotsky at the top, swung over to the left corner to McKinley Russell. Russell going baseline, reverse layup, off the front of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Leitzinger collects the rebound for Belmont. Ball pushed ahead to Brittany Taylor. Cross-court pass to Carson Raymaker. Now back out to the top to Leitzinger. Rickers finds Brittany Taylor in the right corner. Back out to the top to Rickers. Takes one dribble, hands off to the high left. Raymaker drives into the paint. Now off to Leitzinger. Now Raymaker on the high right side. Takes a couple dribbles. Will toss right back to Leitzinger to Lexi Rickers in the corner. Rickers in the paint. Trying to kick it out to the left side. Deflected. But was recovered by Brittany Taylor. But a loose ball on the far side of the floor. Still loose as Alexis Alt comes away with the ball. Trying to pass ahead. And it goes off the chest of Lexi Rickers. As Alexis Alt had the ball cleanly, as I think Belmont was looking for a held ball. But they're going to say a foul, I believe, on Macy Krantz. That'd be her third. Team foul number 2 of the half on Belmont. Shullsburg inbounding in front of the Belmont bench. Inbound pass gets into McKinley Russell. She'll push ahead to Isabel Weigel across the center court stripe. Ball skipped in, and a timeout taken by Nathan Russell of Shullsburg. A 30-second timeout with 9:20 to go in the second half. Shullsburg leading Belmont 40-23. That'll give us a chance to tell you that our game is brought to you by Doan's Auto Car Care Center. Patrick Doan can assist with all your vehicle maintenance. Doan's Auto Center, Patrick Doan in Belmont. Also by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. And my Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. By Waitig Welding, offering welding and fabrication needs from hydraulic hoses to tire repair. Waitig Welding, St. Peter's Road in Cuba City. By Spenceley Feeds, Vita Plus in Belmont offers top-quality livestock feed for all your animal needs. To get the most out of every input you put into your enterprise, Spenceley Feeds Vita Plus in Belmont. Shullsburg coming out of the timeout, leading 40-23, three-pointer straight ahead, and that one knocked down by Addie Woodworth. Her second three-pointer of the second half. She's got 17 points on the game for the Lady Miners, and it's a 43-23 lead for Shullsburg. Leitzinger hands off to the high right side to Kleteka. Now out to the top to Macy Krantz. Krantz finds Lisa Kismore, who is now in the game for Belmont. Krantz in the corner. Now cross-court pass to the left. Now in the left corner, back to Kismore. Kismore with a right-handed dribble to the top of the arc. Swung over to the right corner. Leitzinger with a fake, now driving in, puts up a floater, and that one will drop. Jalen Leitzinger now with 8 points on the game for Belmont. Makes it 43-25 with 8:15 to play in the game. Eddie Woodworth bringing it across center court, dribbles to the right side of the paint, stops her dribble, gives off to Rogotsky on the right wing. Woodworth gets it right back on the right wing. Lobbed in to McKinley Russell, and a collision under the basket. A blocking foul called against Belmont. And Shullsburg will inbound baseline right side. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont offers top quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. Foul is against Carson Raymaker. That's her second, team's third. As the inbound pass is deflected by Raymaker and stolen away. Raymaker sprinting across center court. Gives off to Leitzinger on the high left. Cross-court pass to Kleteka. Kleteka looking inside at Krantz. Will give down low to her. Krantz back out to the high left. Now left corner to Leitzinger. Leitzinger gives back to Krantz down low. She's double-teamed, lost the handle, goes out of bounds. And another turnover for Belmont as Shullsburg will take possession with 7.5 minutes to go in half number 2. 43-25, Shullsburg in the lead. Today's game brought to you by Edward Jones Resource Management in Platteville and by Outer Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. Carson Raymaker checks out. Zoe Waitig back in for Belmont. Inbound pass gets into Isabel Weigel. Weigel trying to get past the full court press as she'll push ahead to Haley Alt, playing with 4 fouls. Alt driving towards the basket, scoop, layup, off the glass and in. Haley Alt, fresh off the bench, gets a layup, gives her 6 points in total, and it's 45-25, back to a 20-point lead for the Shullsburg Lady Miners. Ball skipped over to the corner. Leitzinger loading up for three. Off the back iron, no. Second chance. Putback is good for Lexi Rickers. Lexi Rickers now with 7 points on the game for the Braves. Shullsburg bringing it down the floor, trying to go coast to coast, and able to finish is Haley Alt. Haley Alt with 2 quick baskets off the bench as Zoe Wadig loads up for three in the right corner. Off the back iron, no. And Meadow Weagle boxes out for the rebound. Meadow Weagle exchanges passes with Alexis Alt, trying to bring it across center court, but a reach in by Lisa Keismore will knock the ball out of bounds. And Shullsburg will inbound along the near sideline. McKinley Russell checking back into the game for Shullsburg as Isabel Weagle will check out. Century 21 affiliated in basketball. See Bobby Joe, Hans Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in basketball. Inbound pass gets into McKinley Russell. Russell angling towards the right side. Gets a screen from a teammate going baseline, puts up a floater. It's no good, but a foul against Belmont will send her to the line. Stops the clock with 6:12 to go in the second half. 47-27. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. It's the third foul on Jalen Leitzinger. And Russell hits the first free throw. Game today brought to you by Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. Second free throw for Russell is good. Stretches the lead to 22, 49-27. Shullsburg on top of Belmont with 6:05 to play in the second half. Ball at the right elbow, given off to the top to Keismore. Keismore picks up her dribble, gives off to Leitzinger on the left wing. Down the corner to Rickers. Rickers gives back to Leitzinger at the top of the arc, being guarded by Alexis Alt. Back to Rickers in the corner. Now out to the left wing. Now right wing to Kleteka. Now a three-pointer coming up, and that one knocked down by Lexi Rickers. Lexi Rickers with the first three-pointer for Belmont on the game. 49-30 the new score with 5:25 left. Haley Alt in the lane. Scoop layup off the glass and in for two. Haley Alt now in double figures with 10 points. 51-30. Shullsburg on top of Belmont. Lexi Rickers looking for someone to pass to at the left elbow. Gives off to the top to Wadig. Wadig cutting towards the basket. She lays it in for two. And a timeout taken by Belmont. A 30-second timeout with 5 minutes remaining in the game. Shullsburg 51, Belmont 32. We'll keep it here and tell you that our game is brought to you by the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville. Offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. By West End Salvage of Lancaster, see Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. By Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs, see Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Also by WCC Brands Custom Apparel and Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Shullsburg gets the inbound pass in coming out of the Belmont timeout. Under 5 minutes to play. 51-32. Shullsburg on top of the Braves in Six Rivers West girls basketball. And a steal by Belmont. Back the other way. Zoe Wadig. Her shot ricochets off the bottom of the backboard. And Haley Alt comes away with the rebound for Shullsburg. Alt tosses to McKinley Russell on the left wing. Now Russell driving baseline. Puts up a shot. No good, but a foul against Belmont will send her to the line. McKinley Russell with 10 points on the game for the Miners. That'll be the second person on Claire Kleteka. Russell back at the line. First free throw is knocked in. McKinley Russell now 5 of 7 at the free throw line on the game. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com. And Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and appliedmicro.biz. McKinley Russell gets the second free throw to go down as well. 53-32. 4.5 minutes to play. Shullsburg leading Belmont on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Brittany Taylor with the ball on the high right side. Cross-court pass to Kliteka. Now gives off to Raymaker, and Raymaker gets tripped, trying to drive towards the basket. I believe this will be the fourth on Alexis Alt. That'll be team foul number 6 on Shullsburg. Belmont with 5 team fouls in the second half, 4:16 remaining. As McKinley Russell will take a seat for Shullsburg. Isabel Weigel back in the game for the Lady Miners. Carson Raymaker at the left elbow gives off to Brittany Taylor. Taylor cutting towards the basket, and her layup is good. Brittany Taylor with her first field goal of the game gives her 9 points in total. And with 3:55 remaining, it's 53-34. Shullsburg trying to hold off the Braves in the final 4 minutes or so of this game. Courtney Thien, left side of the lane, finds Addie Woodworth down low, and she deposits 2 on the layup. Addie Woodworth with a big game for Shullsburg. 19 points for Woodworth. Makes it 55-34 with 3.5 minutes to go. As another steal by Shullsburg. Addie Woodworth with a left-handed dribble across the timeline. Lost the ball, and it's Brittany Taylor coming away with the steal, trying to lay it in. A steal and score for Brittany Taylor. 3:10 to play. 55-36, Shullsburg in front. Addie Woodworth stops her dribble just across the center court stripe, finds Haley Alt in the right wing, and the ball stolen away by Carson Raymaker of Belmont. Raymaker finds an open teammate. Catch and shoot 3 on the left corner. Side iron no for Kliteka. And Haley Alt with the rebound for Shullsburg. Haley Alt bringing it across the floor, trying to go coast to coast. Shot's no good, but 2 free throws coming up for Alt. And Haley Alt is slow getting up. Haley Alt down on her left side, as it'll be the second personal on Zoe Waiting. 2:46 remaining, 55-36. Shullsburg in front. Coach Nathan Russell checking on Haley Alt as Alt now rolls to her back. Hopefully she will be fine. But we'll see what happens in the final 2:46. As the game is stopped for a brief moment. Game today brought to you by Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. As Haley Alt does get to her feet, and she's going to walk back to the Shullsburg sideline. She's holding the right side of her neck as she will go to the bench. And McKinley Russell will shoot the free throws for Shullsburg. Both teams now with 6 fouls in the second half. And Russell's first free throw is good. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Second free throw for Russell, swishes it. 57-36, Shullsburg on top of Belmont with 2:39 remaining. Driving towards the basket is Kliteka, and Kliteka trying to spin out of a double team, but goes to the ground, and a foul against Shullsburg will be team foul number 7, and a 1-and-1 coming up for Claire Kliteka. Kliteka looking for her first points of the game, averaging 3.3 points per contest, shooting 47% from the free throw line. Game brought to you by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Kliteka loading up for the first free throw. And gets that one to rattle in. She earns herself another. Game brought to you by Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters in Belmont. Congratulating the Belmont Braves on their successful season. Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters of Belmont. Also by the sports page under new ownership, Brittany and Jackson Kismore Amenda will reopen tonight at 4 p.m. for the Belmont Athletic Hall of Fame banquet. The tradition continues with the sports page in Belmont. Second free throw for Klateca off the front of the rim, no good. Shullsburg with the rebound. Score stays at 57-37 with 2:27 to play. McKinley Russell finds Addie Woodworth in the right corner. Tosses to Thien, now out to the top to number 22, Meta Weagle. Gives to Isabel Weagle, now out to Thien on the high right side. Thien gives back to Meta Weagle. Weagle with a left-handed dribble. Gives out to Woodworth in the corner, dribbles to the left elbow, now retreats to the left wing. Ball skipped in, off the fingertips of Meta Weagle, goes out of bounds, and it will be Belmont basketball with 2:01 to play. After the game, we'll have the Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show. Pick out the Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP, the West End Salvage Scrap of the Game, and the Tri-Core Turning Point. As we are now officially 2 minutes remaining, 57-37. Shullsburg in front. Shullsburg looking to get back to 500, 7-7 overall. Their next game will be Tuesday at River Ridge. As Shullsburg comes away with a steal, ball pushed ahead to McKinley Russell. She's all alone, and the left-handed layup is good. McKinley Russell gets a 2-point bucket off the steal. 95 seconds remaining as the ball goes into the backcourt, and Belmont thought they had the ball, but they're going to say a held ball, and it will be Braves basketball, I believe, off the alternate possession with 91 seconds to play. Belmont will fall to 8-7. Their next game will be Tuesday at home against Potosi-Cassville. Both teams going deep to their bench as number 15, Reagan Spangler, now in the game for the Braves. Ball on the high left, now to the right side. Macy Krantz driving towards the basket. Her shot is blocked, but they're going to say a foul on Shullsburg. As Valerie Jerry, now in the game for the Lady Miners, guilty of her first personal. Stops the clock with 1:11 to play, 59-37. Shullsburg in front, Macy Krantz at the line. And Krantz can't get the first free throw to go. Second free throw for Krantz is swished. Gives her 3 points in total on the game. 59-38. Shullsburg leading Belmont with 1:10 to go. And Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show coming up after the final minute 2 of this game. Ball driven in the paint, ball deflected, and goes out of bounds. I believe it was last touched by Belmont. Off number 11, Lisa Kismore. And inbound pass gets into Emma Rogotsky just in front of the center court stripe. Gives back to Meta Weagle. Weagle at the left wing, now to the left corner off the fingertips of Maya Ortiz. Ortiz holding onto the ball. Ball knocked out of her hand, and Belmont comes away with the steal. 35 seconds left. Ball driven in the paint, and they're going to say that Klateca traveled, so Shullsburg will retake possession with 30 seconds remaining. So the win for Shullsburg will move them into second place just behind Highland. Highland with a 7-2 conference record. Shullsburg will have a 6-2 conference record. And Belmont slides down to third place, one game behind Shullsburg with a 6-3 conference record. Final 20 seconds. And they're going to say a travel on Rogotsky on the inbound. And the Braves will take possession. Remember, a stark contrast from the first matchup of this season. Belmont got the win 50-45 back on December 2nd. But Shullsburg getting healthy at the right time and playing some really good basketball as a loose ball on the left side of the paint. Hell ball called. Possession arrow pointing to Shullsburg. I believe the Miners will just dribble the ball out. As the inbound pass gets in to Chloe Thien. Thien with a couple dribbles, and that will do it. Your final score, Shullsburg 59, Belmont 38. Shullsburg is now at an even 500 with a 7-7 record. They go to 6-2 in the Six Rivers West, half game behind Highland in the Six Rivers West conference standings. Their next game again Tuesday will be at River Ridge. Then their next two games will be Thursday versus Benton and January 30th versus Judah. Belmont falls to 8-7 overall, 6-3 in the Six Rivers West. They get Potosi Cassville at home on Tuesday, then January 30th at Barneveld, and February 2nd at home against Cuba City. Coming up next is Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. We'll pick out the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP, our Tricor Turning Points, and the West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. That's all straight ahead on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
From small town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
In Game 9.
Shullsburg beats Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball 59-38. Coming up next is the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. Again, the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP, Tricor Turning Point, and West End Salvage Scrapper of the game, all straight ahead on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien. Fuller's Milker Center and GIA have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
In Game 10.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Shullsburg defeats Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball today, 59-38. We'll tally up the full game stats and do a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard after this timeout as the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show will begin after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 3 minutes.
Serving my country required sacrifice, sacrifice that changed my life forever. I remember the day I came home. Because of my injuries, this house wasn't right for me anymore. I remember the narrow doorways, the small bathrooms, the shelves out of reach when in my wheelchair. Every day was full of obstacles. I felt trapped. I remember a better day, the day my family received a specially adapted custom home from Homes for Our Troops. That day changed everything. Now we have a safe and accessible home to enjoy the freedom I fought for. This place, our home, is exactly what we needed to rebuild our lives.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
It's time for the Tri-State Roofing postgame show. This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Time now for the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Shullsburg defeats Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball today, 59-38. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Our Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Again, this is our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. And we'll recap the scoring as Shullsburg, again, the winner, 59-38. They were led in scoring today by McKinley Russell with 16 points. Actually, scratch that. Eddie Woodworth had 19 points. 16 points for McKinley Russell, 10 points for Haley Alt. Other scores include Courtney Thien had 9 points. 4 points for Alexis Alt. And Emma Rogotsky was 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Other players seeing action but not scoring include Meadow Weagle, Valerie Jerry, Isabel Weagle, and Chloe Thien, as well as Maya Ortiz. As a team, Shullsburg shot 18 of 27 from the foul line, and they had 2 3-pointers, all of them coming in the second half. As for Belmont, they were led in scoring today by Brittany Taylor with 11 points, 10 points for Lexi Rickers, 8 points for Jalen Leitsinger, 3 points for Zoe Wadig, as well as Macy Krantz, and 2 points for Carson Raymaker. Claire Kleteka was 1 of 2 at the foul line. or 1 of 3 at the foul line, I should say, today. And other players seeing action but not scoring today for Belmont include Lisa Keismore and Reagan Spangler. As a team, Belmont was 17 of 28 from the foul line, and they had 1 3-pointer on the game. That one was by Lexi Rickers in the second half. Shullsburg goes to 7-7 overall and to 6-2 in the Six Rivers West. They are a half game behind Highland in the Six Rivers West standings, as Highland has a 7-2 conference record, and Belmont drops to 8-7 overall, 6-3 in the Six Rivers West. Belmont now in the third place spot, right behind Shullsburg in the standings. Shullsburg's next game will be Tuesday at River Ridge. Belmont's next game will be Tuesday at home against Potosi Cassville. We'll take our final break. We'll do a final check on the shoebox scoreboard of the games that we know have gone on involving Southwest Wisconsin teams, as there are more to come later on this evening. We'll tell you what we have coming up Monday in high school basketball as our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show wraps up after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
RPG came through the belly of the aircraft. We don't talk about the female combat wounded. These are our daughters and our sisters and our mothers. Wounded Warrior Project came into my life and taught me how to stand back up and get back in the fight. The truth is, I think we all have this strength inside of us, but until you're tested, you just don't know it's there.
See how Wounded Warrior Project empowers women veterans like Beth by visiting woundedwarriorproject.org/empowerwomenvets.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury. I came home to fight depression, anxiety, and alcohol.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Adam Greathouse, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
With DAV's help, I've built a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Closing up shop on the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Shullsburg victorious over Belmont in Six Rivers West girls basketball today, 59-38. As a reminder, if you're in the Belmont area, head over to the sports page in Belmont at 4 o'clock for the Hall of Fame banquet as the 1978 to 1980 football teams, Scott Tolzman, Kristen Von Glahn, Raymaker, and Jerry Rat Amenda will be recognized in the Belmont Sports Hall of Fame this afternoon and early evening. Again, that opens at 4 o'clock at the sports page in Belmont. Looking ahead on our Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule, on Monday we have a boys and girls basketball doubleheader from Lancaster. The boys game will tip off at 6 o'clock with Southwestern taking on the Flying Arrows in a very intriguing non-conference matchup. That'll be right here on X1071 and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. In girls basketball, the girls team will host East Dubuque in an interstate matchup, as East Dubuque off to a really nice start to their campaign as well. I believe they were 14-2 last time I checked. But East Dubuque taking on Lancaster on Monday night on 97.7 Country WGLR. You can always check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM 1590 WPVL ShullsburgSports.com. And looking at the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Some final scores we can tell you about involving area teams. In boys basketball, in overtime, East Dubuque defeats Abingdon Avon 43-38. And in girls basketball, Galena over West Carroll 72-22. Steve Brescard will have the full sports report tomorrow on 97.7 Country WGLR during News and Sports tomorrow morning. And that'll put a bow on our broadcast here from Belmont High School. Thank you to Brandon Weiss and the entire staff here at Belmont High School for being outstanding and gracious hosts as always. Thanks to both head coaches, Kayleen McGettigan of Belmont and Nathan Russell of Shullsburg for the pregame interviews and stats to tell you the story about both teams here today. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 WPVL FM Platteville and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Once again, your final score, Shullsburg defeats Belmont 59-38. Shullsburg goes to 500 with a 7-7 overall record and go to second place in the Six Rivers West with a 6-2 conference record. Belmont drops to 8-7. They go to 6-3 and are now in third place in the Six Rivers West. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Ducanis. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your weekend. So long from Belmont, and we'll see you for more basketball on Monday night.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
X1071 is
WPVL FM, Platteville, Galena, and Dubuque's source for extreme hit music.
online at x1071.com.
Playing the hits.
Extreme hit